Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss the structure and utility of pollen gland for 12th medical students in botany. As you must be knowing that pollen glands represent the male gametophyte. It is commonly globular in outline. In fact, several other shapes are also available. When reviewed under a microscope, pollen glands present a variety of architecture, sizes, shapes, colors, and designs. That is, their shape varies from species to species. Pollen glands are about 25 to 50 micrometers in diameter. It has a prominent two-layered wall. The hard outer layer called axine made up of sporopollen. In fact, the sporopollen is the most resistant organic material known and can withstand high temperatures and strong acids and alkali. There is no acid or no alkali can damage this sporopollen. This means that the pollen grain is highly protective. In fact, no enzyme is known which is capable of degrading this sporopollen. Pollen grain axine has prominent aperture called germ pore that is meant for the development of pollen tube. At this place where the germ pore is present, the sporopollen is absent. Pollen glands are preserved as fossils because of sporopollen. Axine has prominent and fascinating array of patterns and designs. The inner wall of pollen gland is called intine. Intine is a thin layer made of cellulose and pectin. The cytoplasm of pollen gland is surrounded by a plasma membrane. A mature pollen gland contains two cells. The larger one is called as the vegetative cell and the smaller the generative cell. Vegetative cell is bigger with reserve food and large irregular nucleus, in fact irregularly shaped nucleus. And generative cell is small and floats in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell. It is spindle shaped. This generative cell is spindle shaped with dense cytoplasm and a nucleus. Pollen grains are shed at two-celled stage in most of the angiosperms. More than 50% of the angiosperms pollen grains are shed at two-celled stage. In the rest of the species, the generative cell divides mitotically to give rise to two male gametes and are therefore shed at three-celled stage. Pollen glands of many species cause severe allergies and may lead to bronchial and respiratory disorders like asthma and bronchitis. Carrot grass, Parthenium, is prone to cause pollen allergy. And nowadays it has become a fashion to use the pollen tablets as the supplements of food. And also a variety of pollen tablets and syrups are available in the market. Pollen are supposed to increase the performance of athletes and race horses. After being shed, pollen are to land on the stigma and before they lose viability and bring fertilization. The viability period of pollen grains vary and depends upon temperature and humidity. The pollen of rice and wheat are short-lived and are viable for less than 30 minutes after release. And pollen of some species of Rosaceae, Leguminaceae, Solanaceae maintain viability for months. Nowadays, it is possible to store pollen grains of a large number of species for years in liquid nitrogen, like semen of many animals, to bring about the artificial insemination in animals. And stored pollen can be used as pollen banks in crop breeding programs, similar to seed banks. And that is all for today.